home of Advaita Charya. Dasi Vrndavanam Vande Krishna Dasa Pravumtata Chanavatar Chaitanya Vistar Karino Nityananda Paraja Purunarina Bhushito Yaktachano Varachincho Bhavande Vyasavipin Shri Guru Vrndavan Govindas Chaknaisa Jayanti Patalascha Sarvesham Kayanartana. Okay, so we're on chapter 3 of the Madhya-lila, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's stay at the house of Advaita Acharya. Yasam Vidhayot Pranayot Tagoro Vrndavanam Gantumana Brahmadya Radhe Brahman Shanti Purim Ayitva Lala Sabhaktir Ihatam Yatosmi. After accepting the sannyas order of life, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, out of intense love for Krishna, wanted to go to Vrndavan. But apparently by mistake, he wandered in the Rar Desh. Later he arrived at Shantipur and enjoyed himself there with his devotees. I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jai Gaur Bhakta Vinda. 26 Vatsar She Magamash, Tar Shukla Pake Prabhu Kodila Sanyas. At the end of his 24th year, in the month of Magh, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the sannyas order during the waxing period of the moon. Sannyas Kori Prema Veshe Cholila Vrndavan Rardeshe Tindin Kodila Brahmam. After accepting the sannyas order, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, out of intense love for Krishna, started for Vrndavan. However, he mistakenly wandered about in a trance continuously for 3 days in the tract of land known as Rardesh. Eshlok Padi Prabhu Bhavera Veshe Brahmite Pavicha Koilo Sabrardeshe. Passing through the tract of land known as Rardesh, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited the following verse in ecstasy. Itam sa staya paratma nishtam yadyasitam purva tamer mahadbi aham tadishyami duranta param tamo mukundangri misheva eva. I shall cross over the insurmountable ocean of nescience by being firmly fixed in the service of the lotus feet of Krishna. This was approved by the previous acharyas, who were fixed in firm devotion to the Lord, Paramatma, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhu kohe sadhue bhikkhu vachan mukundan sevan rata koiloni daram. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu approved the purport of this verse on account of the determination of the mendicant devotee to engage in the service of Lord Mukunda. He gave his approval of this verse, indicating that it was very good. Pratmanishtamatra veshtaran mukunda sevai hoy samsar taram. The real purpose of accepting sannyas is to dedicate oneself to the service of Mukunda. By serving Mukunda, one can actually be liberated from the bondage of material existence. Shevesh koilo ebe Vrindavana giya Krishna nishevan puri nibite bosiya. After accepting the sannyas order, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to go to Vrndavan and engage himself wholly and solely in the service of Mukunda in a solitary place. Etabali chole Prabhu preman mader chinna dikvidi gyana hi kibarachi dina. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was en route to Vrndavan, all the ecstatic symptoms became manifest, and he did not know in which direction he was going, nor did he know whether it was day or night. Nityananda Charjaratna Mukunda Tinjan Prabhu Pache Pache Tine Koren Gamam. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went toward Vrndavan, Nityananda Prabhu, Chandrasekhar, and Prabhu Mukunda followed him. Jai Jai Prabhu deke se lok, prema veshe hari bole kande dukha shok. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed through Vardesh, whoever saw him in ecstasy exclaimed, Hari, Hari! As they chanted this with the Lord, all the unhappiness of material existence diminished. Kopa balak sab prabhu ke dekhiya, Hari Hari bolida ke ucha koriya. All the cowherd boys who saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passing joined with him and began to shout loudly, Hari Hari! Shunita sabar nikata gela gora Hari, Bolo bolo bole sabar shire hasta dori. When he heard all the cowherd boys also chanting, Hari, Hari, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased. He approached them, put his hand on their heads, and said, Go on chanting like that. Tasabar stuti kore tomara bhagyavan, Vitarta korile more shunaya harinam. Mahaprabhu thus blessed them all, saying that they were all fortunate. In this way he praised them, and he felt very successful because they chanted the holy name of Lord Hari. Bhuktita Sabhakyani Thakur Nityananda Shikaila Sabhakare Kuriya Prabandha, calling all the boys in confidence and telling a reasonable story, as in he made something up. Nityananda Prabhu instructed them as follows. Vrndavan Pata Prabhu Puchen Tomare Ganga Tira Pata Tobe Dekai Ho Tare. If Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks you about the path to Vrndavan, please show him the path on the bank of the Ganges instead. Tobe Prabhu Puchilen Shuno Shishugan Kaha Deki Kon Pate Jabo Vrndavan Shishu Sab Ganga Tira Pata Dekailo Se Pate Aveshe Prabhu Gaman Korilo. When the cowherd boys were questioned by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about the path to Vrndavan, the boys showed him the path on the bank of the Ganges, and the Lord went that way in ecstasy. Acharya-ratne kohe Nityananda Gosai Shigra jaha tumi advaita charya thai. As the Lord proceeded along the bank of the Ganges, Sri Nityananda Prabhu requested Acharya-ratna to go immediately to the house of Advaita Acharya. Prabhu loye jabo ami tahar mandire, savadane rohen jeno nokka loya tire. Sri Nityananda Goswami told him, I shall take Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the bank of the Ganges at Shantipur, and Advaita Acharya should carefully stay there on shore with a boat. Tobe nabadvipe tumi kuriho gamam, Shachi saha loyai so sabhaktagam. After that, Nityananda Prabhu continued, I shall go to Advaita Acharya's house, and you should go to Navadvip and return with Mother Shachi and all the other devotees. So this is all the master plan of Nityananda Prabhu. Tare pataya Nityananda Mahashai Mahaprabhu age asi lilo parichoy. After sending Acharya-ratna to the house of Advaita Acharya, Sri Nityananda Prabhu went before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and gave notice of his coming. Prabhu kohe Shripad tomar kotake gaman, Shripad kohe tomar sange jabo Vrndavan. Mahaprabhu was in ecstasy and he asked where Nityananda Prabhu was going. Nityananda replied that he was going with him to Vrndavan. Prabhu kohe koto dore ache Vrndavan, teho kohen korore jamuna darashan. When the Lord asked Nityananda how far it was to Vrndavan, Nityananda replied, Just see, here is the river Jamuna. Eto bolya nilo tare ganga sani dane, aveshe prabhu hoilo gangare jamuna gyane. Saying this, Nityananda Prabhu took Mahaprabhu near the Ganges, and the Lord, in his ecstasy, accepted the river Ganges as the river Jamuna. Aho bhagya jamunare pailu darashan, eta boli jamunar koden stavam. The Lord said, Oh, what good fortune! Now I have seen the river Jamuna. Thus thinking the Ganges to be the river Jamuna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to offer prayers to it. Chirananda Bano Sadananda Suno Pada Prema Patri Dava Brahma Gatri Aganam Lavitri Jagad Kema Datri Pavitri Kriyano Vapur Mitra Putri. O river Jamuna, you are the blissful spiritual water that gives love to the son of Nanda Maharaj. You are the same as the water of the spiritual world, for you can vanquish all our offenses and the sinful reactions incurred in life. You are the creator of all auspicious things for the world, O daughter of the sun god. Kindly purify us by your pious activities. Etabali namaskari koilo ganga snan, eka kopi nahi dvitiya paridam. After reciting this mantra, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered obeisances and took his bath in the Ganges. At that time he had only one piece of underwear on, for there was no second garment. Hinokale charja gosai nokate chariya, ailo nutan kopin bahir vas loya. While Mahaprabhu was standing there without a second garment, Sri Advaita Acharya arrived in a boat, bringing with him new underwear and external garments. Age Acharya asi rohila namaskar kori, Acharya deki bole Prabhu mane samshoy kori. When Advaita Acharya arrived, he stood before the Lord and offered his obeisances. After seeing him, the Lord began to wonder about the entire situation. Tumito Acharya gosai eta kene aila, ami Vrndavane tumi kemate janila. Still in his ecstasy, the Lord asked Advaita Acharya, "Why did you come here? How did you know that I was in Vrndavan?" Acharya kohe tumi jaha se Vrndavan, mor bagedan ganga tire tomar agaman. Advaita Acharya disclosed the whole situation, telling Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, "Wherever you are, that is Vrndavan. Now it is my great fortune that you have come to the bank of the Ganges." Prabhu kohe Nityananda amare vanchila, Ganga ke aniya more Jamuna kohila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, "Nityananda has cheated me. He has brought me to the bank of the Ganges and told me that it was the Jamuna." Acharya kohe mityanahe Shripad vachan, Jamuna te snan tumi korila ekam. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accused Nityananda of cheating him, Advaita Acharya said, "Whatever Nityananda Prabhu has told you is not false. You have indeed just now taken your bath in the river Jamuna." Gangai Jamuna vahe hoya ekadar, Paschime Jamuna vahe porve Gangadar. Advaita Acharya then explained that at that spot the Ganges and Jamuna flow together. On the western side was the Jamuna, and on the eastern side was the Ganges. Paschim dare Jamuna vahe taha koile snan, arja kopin chari shushka koro paridan. Advaita Acharya then suggested that since Mahaprabhu had taken his bath in the river Jamuna, and his underwear was now wet, the Lord should change his underwear for dry garments. Premaveshetindi nacho pavas, aji mor gore bika cholo moravas. Advaita Acharya said, "You have been fasting continuously for 3 days in your ecstasy of love for Krishna. I therefore invite you to my home, where you may kindly take your alms. Come with me to my residence." Ekamushti anamui kuriacho paka, shukaruka vyanjan koilu supashaka. Advaita Prabhu continued, "At my home I have just cooked 1 palmful of rice. The vegetables are always very simple. There is no luxurious cooking, simply a little liquid vegetable and spinach." Etaboli no kai charaya nilo nijagor, pada prakalan koilo ananda antar. Saying this, Sri Advaita Acharya took the Lord into the boat and brought the Lord to his residence. There Advaita Acharya washed the feet of the Lord and was consequently very happy with them. Well, maybe that's a good place to start. Well, we have Devi Shishubu here and Tyagi Maharaj here. Maybe they can offer some commentary.
Only I was just thinking that this is a very beautiful way to live your life. To every day hear the Chaitanya-charitamrta and the association of the devotees. Chaitanya-charitamrita is the greatest book ever written. And to hear that every day is such a great wealth, such a great blessing. We can spend our life like that, then it is a life well spent. Something I wanted to say. Maharaj can say
something. There, two verses are very prominent. Mahaprabhu's verse as he takes sannyas, and also his verse when he bathes in Jamuna. Saying, Chidanandavanu Sura Nanda Suno Paraprima Patri. That the Jamuna is the carrier or the vessel for divine love, for the son of Nanda Maharaj, who is comparable to a spiritual son. So the Jamuna is known in a general way as being the daughter of the sun, or having come from the sun god. But here it's saying that she is the carrier of love for the spiritual son, Krishna. To have full acquaintance with her is to understand her connection with Krishna. And Paraprema Patri, Jagat Kema Dhatri. She is the benefactor of the world by being the carrier of such love. And Aganam Lavitri Javabham, that she may purify us of sin, and her form is that of liquid spirit. So Pavitra Kurjanur Vapur Mitrapur, may she purify our body, or may we be purified by her. So every day when we're putting on our tilak, then we are praying to the Jamuna, the Ganga, others, and invoking such purification. So this is like a full description of what that prayer is, to be purified in that sense. And this other verse, Itam samastaya paratmanishtam. There, in this phrase we hear three different meanings. One meaning, paratma. Atma can mean self. So paratma can mean our higher self, or our soul, our true self. So there, in this context where it's saying, what does it mean to accept the sannyas ashram? It means to take shelter in or become fixed upon our higher self, our true self, to act in the interest of our soul rather than the interest of our body. In Prema Dhamma Devastotra, Guru Maharaj writes that Bhaja Tyag Bhoga Buddhi Tibra Danda Nindanam. To externally present oneself as a renunciate, but retain the mentality of an enjoyer, that is to be severely punished. Bhaja Tyag, to show oneself, to show Tyag, but Bhoga Buddhi, to have the mentality of enjoyment. Tibra danda nindanam. This is to be punished, this is to be denounced. So, the same concept in reverse. What does it mean to take up the life of renunciate? It means to take shelter in our true self, to act wholly in the interest of our soul, have that as our focus and mentality. And to fail to do so, that is very displeasing to Mahaprabhu. That point in Prema Dhamma comes in connection, or is a pointing at the teaching of Mahaprabhu in connection with Chota Haridas. So these are like, on the one side Mahaprabhu is here saying the purpose of renunciation, this is its purpose, this is its basis. And why did he perform this pastime in connection with Chota Haridas? To negate the opposite. So that is one level, or one idea, that pasitam purva tamar mahadbi, as the great souls of the past, the great sages, the great spiritual seekers of the past have taken up this life based on the interest of the soul, and dedicated themselves fully, so too will I. So one reading of it, it is implying Vaishnavanugatya, implying Sadhu Sangha, implying following the path and what is shown by the Mahajans. And then also in Saraswati Thakur's Anubhashya, he says Paratma, the ultimate reading of Paratma must be Brajendranandan Krishna. So, whether the Avantipur Brahmin had that exact conception or not, when this verse is coming from the lips of Mahaprabhu, it must be Brajendranandan, because as Guru Maharaj would quote that verse, Kaha Mura Pranana Murali Vadan, Kaha Jao, Kaha Pao, Brajendranandan, in connection. Krishna, he's taking up the search for Sri Krishna. Where is that flute player? Where is the Lord of my heart? What shall I do? How shall I find him? And in that spirit, he's accepting sannyas. When he arrives in Puri, at least in Chaitanya Bhagavat, it's recounted that Sarvabhauma asks him, why have you taken sannyas at such a young age? A little condescendingly asking. And Mahaprabhu is humbly sort of giving an excuse and saying, I was a little mad at the time. These feelings of separation from Krishna became so intense. I was out of my mind. Almost like apologizing, almost like, you're right, I shouldn't have, but I was out of my mind. Something like that. Anyway. So, from reading it as the higher self in the sense of ourself, or the higher self in the sense of, like in the Brahma Samhita, Nivasa Kyalat Mabhuto, in that phrase referring to that, we can say one way, primary verse in the Brahma Samhita where Krishna's Madhura Rasa Lila is in a ontological way pointed at with indirect terms. Then there in that verse he's described as Akilatma Bhuto, or the Atma of all, the beloved, the very self of all. One meaning of Atma is also beloved. So, Paratma, Nishta. Then this declaration, having such resolve, having taken up the path as it's been shown and followed by the great Vaishnavas, by the great souls of the past, then Aham Tarishyami Duranta Puram Tamo is like the most fearless sort of statement, the most bold declaration. I shall cross over the whole of this darkness. I will cross over Maya. Almost not, in this case it's fine, almost in a way where if you didn't have that preface, you'd be very shy to make such a declaration, right? But when it's implied, this is being done, in connection with Krishna, with Vaishnava Anugatya, then we may say, yes, this is grounded. This has traction. Right? But otherwise, you can never make such a claim. But here, he's directly saying, I shall cross it all. Right? But Mukundam Green Nishevayava. How so? By what means? By the service of Mukunda's feet, by the service of Krishna. Jaha Krishna, Taha Maya, Nahi Adhikar. Where Krishna is present, there Maya has no position. So I will, by having that connection with Krishna produced by service, I can make this declaration. I can have confidence in this resolution. And Gurudev also, when speaking about this verse, he referred to one meaning of Mukunda given by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, saying that generally Mukunda is thought to mean to be a name meaning he who gives liberation. Mukund being referent to mukti. It also can be considered a short way of referring to lotus, or he who has a lotus-like face. But most commonly, it is understood to be he who gives liberation. So some persons, they read it like that. He is declaring, I shall cross over Maya by serving the feet of he who gives liberation. But Chakravarti Thakur doesn't stop there. With even what makes perfect sense, that's not enough. And he says, he parses it in three places. Mu kunda. And the syllable ku can also mean something negative or bad. So he gives it as, he who da gives something that makes mukti, look bad, ku. Means he gives Krishna Prem. He gives the fifth end of life, which belittles even the prospect of liberation. So by serving him, by serving Krishna of the Aprakrita plane, we can be confident, or we can have such bold resolve to say that we shall cross over all else. And these are some highlights from this section. Just a little more discussion as we've heard it. Jai Gurudev. Or, no one else is going to... Another point is there also, when Mahaprabhu is talking to Nityananda Prabhu, then Gurudev pointed out that that Mahaprabhu calls Nityananda Prabhu Shripad. Like, he doesn't say, oh, Nitai. It's like implying that he doesn't recognize him, or he's not exactly sure who he is. Oh, Shripad. Where is it like as if he's some sadhu or some person, and he's talking like that. So there's some humor in that. Even recognize Nityananda.
Can we finish here? So, I have some sound effects today.
Yes.